I have a channeled message for you. If this is the first time you've ever seen me, hi, I'm Brianna and I'm a psychic medium. And if you make it to the end of this video, you might be shocked at what I have to tell you. Okay, so I'm going to start off by giving you 3 signs and synchronicities that you might have seen recently leading up to this video, or after this video, like within 3 days-ish, will come into your experience in some way. And that's Spirit's way of showing you that yes, not only did we bring this video to you as confirmation, but here are 3 additional signs that resonate with that video to show that we really are trying to communicate with you, and that message really was for you. Okay, so let's get into it. Here's the first sign, the first symbol. It's a harp. Okay, harp. So, and this can come to you in many different ways because this is a collective reading. So how Spirit brings that to each of you is going to be unique and different. So pay attention for a harp, okay? The second thing I'm seeing are purple flowers. And there are many different types of purple flowers. So however Spirit chooses to show this to you is going to, once again, be unique. Maybe somebody gives you the gift of flowers. Maybe you go to visit somebody's house and they have a bunch of purple flowers out front. Maybe your kid goes out in the yard and picks a flower for you and it ends up being a purple flower. Maybe you see somebody wearing clothes and there's purple flowers all over that. The sky is, it's endless of how Spirit can bring you these signs and synchronicities, okay? And then the third one, and yeah, this is strange, but I'm seeing Crayola markers. Crayola markers, and that's going to be some kind of sign. So pay attention to how Crayola markers come into your experience. And it's not like, if you see markers every day, then obviously Spirit's going to do something with those markers to stand out from the usual, okay? So just something to keep in mind. And it's going to pack a punch. You're going to be like, wow, that was weird. So if you see those, know that this message is for you. Okay, so here's what I'm getting from Spirit. I heard this loud and clear this morning, so I know someone needs to hear it. And it's a good reminder for anyone when we get stuck in a rut to help us come out of it. What I'm hearing is that, this is the analogy, okay? So picture this. You are in a classroom and you're doing like a worksheet, right? And the whole class is doing the same worksheet as you. And the teacher's walking around, looking at everyone, and all the kids are finishing the worksheet really fast. And as soon as they finish the worksheet, they get to go out to recess. And so you're like looking around and you're like, this worksheet's really hard. I don't know the answers. I don't know how to do this. But you're like, okay, calm down. I can figure this out. And then as time goes on, you see each kid finishing their worksheet and turning it in and going out to recess. And now you're starting to kind of get frustrated. You're like, everyone else gets to go have fun. And here I am. I'm doing the same thing as they are. And I'm not getting to go have fun. Like, now you're getting kind of frustrated. Like, how come they're finishing their worksheet so fast and I'm not? And then it gets down to like the last 3 people in the room. And your teacher is still there. And they're just eagerly like looking over your shoulder because they see like, okay, there's 4 people left in the classroom and maybe these 4 people need a little extra help, right? But you're like, no, because those other kids didn't ask for help. Right? Those other kids finished the worksheet really fast. I can do it too. And so you keep rereading the questions and you keep trying to think of different solutions of how you could figure out the answer. And the teacher all the time is just standing there patiently waiting over your shoulder, letting you do your thing. Finally, the other 3 kids finish their worksheets, turn them in, run out to recess, and now you're the only one left in the classroom. And you're looking at this worksheet, and all the other kids, you see them all at recess. And you are the only kid left, and you're like, now you've given up. You're like, you know what? I'm the only kid out here. I'm going to miss recess. So you finally raise your hand and you say, teacher, can you please help me? I don't know how to figure this worksheet out and I'm frustrated. I need your help. And so your teacher comes over and your teacher says, I'm so glad you finally asked me for help. Let me show you how to do this. And they show you how to do it. And you're like, oh my gosh, that really was pretty simple, but I never would have thought of that. And you finish the worksheet and you turn it in, you get to go out to recess, but before you go out to recess, you turn around, you're like, how come it took me so long? How come none of the other kids needed to ask you for help? And she said, the other kids, they've been in tutoring. They have had my help. You just didn't want to ask for my help because you were judging the situation by what you thought it looked like. Okay, that's what Spirit wants you to know. That is how it's like. Your spirit guides are the teacher leaning over your shoulder. They know all the answers, okay? They can help you, but you have to ask for their help. They can't just jump in and do the worksheet for you. whenever you're trying to figure out the worksheet, right? If we're stumped in life and we have hit a rock wall, we don't know what to do, we're frustrated because we see everyone else figuring it out. And it's like, you don't know their story. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know what they're doing to get that help. You don't know anyone else's path in life, right? But your spirit guide knows your path, and your spirit guide knows what you will resonate with. But the only way they can help you is if you ask for it and let them in and let go of that resistance. Okay? So this is a good little lesson to learn and to remember. And I would save this video so the next time you're in a hard place and you're like, I don't know what to do, you can come back and reference this, because it's fascinating how fast we forget that simple concept of just asking your spirit team for help. Okay? I hope this helps someone today. And if you like this kind of stuff, make sure to follow me. And when was the time that you gave up and asked spirit for help? Let me know in the comments, because I like to read about that kind of stuff.